becoming ISIS's best recruiter. They are going to people showing videos of Donald Trump insulting Islam and Muslims in order to recruit more radical jihadists.
I will demand an apology from Hillary. She should apologize. She lies about emails. She lies about Whitewater. She lies about everything.
That's Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, shall we say, butting heads this week, perhaps a nice way of putting it. And that's just the beginning of it. It's as if they have skipped the primary season altogether and moved straight to the general election. But as Kristen Fisher pointed out, the reality is we are still a little bit more than a month out from the Iowa caucuses. Online editor for the Weekly Standard, author of Clinton Inc., Daniel Halper, joins us now. Daniel, both Trump and Clinton are framing this in this mano-a-mano way. Smart move on both of their parts?
Yeah, totally. Look, it does look like they're looking past the primary, but in fact, this does help their primary positions. There are very few Democratic voters or people that Hillary Clinton is trying to persuade to vote for herself who are big fans of Donald Trump. So attacking Donald Trump, that's good politics for Hillary Clinton. Same, by the way, with Donald Trump. Attacking Hillary Clinton, people who are going to vote for Donald Trump, they're not tend to be big Hillary Clinton supporters. It's good politics to attack that person, even though it's primary focused, even though you're helping with the primary, you're helping consolidate voters behind you. It does make it look like you're looking ahead, but really it's a primary move to do this. And they are the front leaders in the polls, obviously, so them going at each other makes a whole lot of sense, and it's great theater as well. Well,
it is great theater. I don't think anyone would argue with that. The Democrats seem to be, at least in a sense, proposition any time that Donald Trump goes after Hillary, it's in some ways going after women. Take a look at what Trump had to say recently.
But she was going to beat, she was favored to win, and she lost. I mean, she lost.
All right, once you start having to bleep presidential candidates, Daniel, does that play in to Hillary's hand of now being the champion of all women, not just Democrats?
Yeah, she's definitely going to, as she already has, use it as a rallying cry. Women, you're attacking, as a contributor, Jammu Green said earlier today, you attack one woman, you're attacking them all, and they're going to use that as a rallying cry. Donald Trump, again, it helps him as well because he wants to look like this macho man saying, just saying what's on his mind, speaking truth to power. So he is, in fact, using it to his advantage as well. They're able, I think, to play off each other in this way. Both is advantageous for each other. It's good politics, ultimately. Look, you have to get through the primary in order to face the general election. Worry about the general election later, and that's clearly what their goal is in this moment.
You bring up an interesting point. Worry about the general election later, but when you look at the poll numbers, something Donald Trump loves to talk about, the Real Clear Politics average of him against Hillary has him down 6.1 in a general election toss-up. Hillary beats Ted Cruz by 0.8, roughly a toss-up. The only person who does beat Hillary in a head-to-head matchup is Marco Rubio. The question, Daniel, is does it matter to primary voters in Iowa, New Hampshire, those kinds of things, the issue of electability, and at least by these polls, Trump doesn't do so well against Hillary despite what he says on Twitter?
Clearly, to some, the truth is we don't actually know how the Republican Party would go through a massive shakeup if Donald Trump were to win, which is part of the appeal of Donald Trump to a lot of his supporters. I think a lot of things would change so drastically. It is really hard to tell how a Donald Trump-Hillary Clinton matchup would be. Obviously, some people are going to base their vote on electability and base it on these sorts of polls, but a certain number of other people are going to look at it and say, Donald Trump is taking it to Hillary Clinton in a way, in a vulgar way that other candidates are too afraid to do it or some reason not doing it, and they're going to appeal. Donald Trump is going to appeal to those voters for that reason as well. So it's hard to really determine how this actually shakes out. But it's not necessarily to Donald Trump's complete disadvantage, and clearly he has his fans. They're very vocal. There are a number of them, and he is trying to consolidate them around himself.
Well, they are very vocal, and all of us political types have made a number of predictions that have been proven wrong in terms of what line Trump just finally cannot cross. Daniel Halper of the Weekly Standard, appreciate your insights as always, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Leland.
All the best.